On that Tuesday morning in Dallas's Dealey Plaza, this is a sample of what we heard. And
I know a lot of why I'm here was ordained by the Lord.
What we saw.
I should think that the police would come and block off the street or something too, you know?
Save your president!
I'm here to support God-fearing patriots in the movement.
A movement that on that morning.
You need music or something.
What are you expecting?
What am I expecting?
Well, we'll let them tell you.
There was an event that was said to possibly happen here today.
Word on the street is that JFK Jr. will show up and introduce his parents.
12:29, the same time of day that JFK Sr. was shot here in this spot.
Probably the majority of us know that JFK Jr. is alive.
You're expecting JFK Jr.?
Absolutely.
Okay, how's that going to happen?
He never died.
Are we going to see him today?
JFK Jr.?
Yeah, that's what everyone's telling me.
We're hoping. You hope and pray.
And then after that?
He'll probably be the vice president with Trump.
I hope I'm right. I believe I'm right. And I believe today is going to be biblical.
Well, it wasn't biblical. JFK Jr., who died in a plane crash in 1999, did not show up.
Biblical.
That's fascinating.
Fascinating to a professor who studies this stuff.
But Donald Trump always holds his cards to the last minute.
This is really common in apocalyptic religions, that the end never quite happens, but it's always around the corner.
We are Q.
Dr. Michael Phillips is an author and a professor of American history at Collin College.
1229, what would be the mirror of 1229?
And in this peaceful gathering where JFK Jr. did not make an appearance, he sees more than just political theater. He sees potential trouble.
It's a merger of far right-wing politics with apocalyptic religious beliefs.
Strong religious component.
Dr. Kimmy King is an attorney and professor of political science at UNT Denton.
Some people will call it cult. Some people will call it a family. What matters is that there's a belief structure there that you share in common. It's when that belief structure gets challenged that it becomes problematic.
The Southern Poverty Law Center considers QAnon a sprawling spiderweb of right-wing internet conspiracy theories with anti-Semitic and anti-LGBTQ elements that falsely claim the world is run by a secret cabal of pedophiles who worship Satan and are plotting against President Trump. In 2019, the FBI warned of conspiracy theory-driven domestic extremists as a growing threat, with QAnon on that FBI list. And QAnon converts were a visible part of the attack on the Capitol on January 6th, and among the hundreds arrested so far.
I think the ability of the internet to mobilize people that believe in a violent apocalypse, that's disturbing.
You start connecting dots and you're like, are you kidding me right now?
The distance between QAnon and a mainstream political party is not as distant as I would hope.
Oh wow, it's coming in pretty clear.
On that Tuesday morning,
Well, that means something.
where conspiracy theories were the order of the day,
Elvis is still alive.
The Elvis.
The Elvis is still alive.
You
And
work
this is
with-
where I lose you.
Are you pulling my leg? You
Nope.
believe all this stuff? You really do?
Listen, first of all, I believe in God. I'm not some wacko person. I believe in this 100%.
There was one real truth several of these people agreed to talk about. But you gotta understand that most of the world is gonna think that's just crazy.
That's why half my family won't talk to me anymore.
They won't.
And my girlfriend thinks I've lost my mind.
That is actually a very common phenomena too.
Entire online communities like this one on Reddit are dedicated to that. Families that conspiracy theories like these have torn apart.
We've lost families, we've lost marriages have been destroyed, people have lost jobs, their livelihoods, because of something they believe in.
And these are people who feel powerless and alone.
There is this need to feel like you belong and that on some level you are right.
The Q community itself gives them a new sense of family.
Michael, how are you? Family led that morning
Beyond excellent, by the way.
by a man who calls himself
Negative 48 was here, which I don't know where he's at.
Negative 48. And what does that mean?
48's evil. EVIL. E is 5, V is 22, I is 9, L is 12. 48. Negative evil. negative 48.
Belief in a secret language of numbers.
Well, there's a gathering here today.
Part of this mindset, too.
Donald Trump always holds his cards to the last minute. The last minute.
Okay. Are we at the last minute yet?
No. It's the middle of the day.
Which reminded Dr. Phillips of this ad in a Dallas newspaper that morning in 1963 that listed grievances against JFK and his photos as mugshots.
He hadn't gotten to Dallas yet. He was looking at the Dallas newspaper with that ad. He said, we're going into nut country. When a city gets a reputation like that, it becomes a magnet.
It was so nice to meet you.
Thank you. Do you have my card?
A magnet whose center that morning was Dealey Plaza.
You can save this footage and review it later, and you'll be going, wow, she was right about everything.
I don't know what's wrong with those people. That's what they're going to say.
And you know what I say to them? What's wrong with you?
What a great place to meet someone like-minded.
Like-mindedness you can pass off as unusual.
Well, you realize you're dealing with famous people here, so they usually run late.
Or like the experts.
I'm here to see and listen and obey.
Watch with a very real measure of concern.
And spread love.
Truth is boring. Fiction is way more interesting sometimes.
In Dallas.
God bless America!
Why would anybody make all this up?
I'm Kevin Reece.
Sweet